Hello and welcome to another edition of Happenings in the Dearborn Public Schools. I'm David Mustonen, Director of Communications for the Dearborn Public Schools. And does the old phrase, letting the inmates run the asylum, kind of might ring true for this edition? Because for this edition, joining us, definitely not one of the inmates, but our leader, Dr. Maleyko, Superintendent. Glad to be here. But also joining us on the set today, Kurt Doelle, the instructor here at Dearborn High, in charge of this whole big video program. Kurt, thank you for
Thank you for
us.
inviting me.
And Michael Berry. Michael, student here at Dearborn High, senior, by the way, and in this program. And so we are going to get kind of a behind-the-scenes insight on what goes on here. And hopefully it's not like when you see, behind the scenes of sausage being made, you'll never want to eat it again. That's not the case here. Once you learn about the expertise and talent that goes on behind the scenes here, then you'll really appreciate even what you see on the other end even more so. Is that not correct?
We hope that's the game. That's the game.
So I guess I start out by just saying, first of all, thank you. I know Kurt and Michael and your whole crew. And
this is our station manager.
Yeah, all right, manager, and he does
the
a great
boss.
job. I know the board is very appreciative too, because you help us out every board meeting, and so I think we're now over 30 episodes. I mean, this is 2 years now.
Yeah.
Kurt, when you approached me a couple of years ago, David and I know Russ Gibb at the time, approached me as well, and you guys said, look, can we get something going? So I'm very appreciative too. I think it's been a great experience. I thank you for your hard work, all your time. You've been very flexible, and I think we put together some good shows, some good work, right?
Absolutely.
Every now looking to increase the ratings. Yeah, ratings are high, I think. So I just wanted to start out, with that, and then, how has it been for you the last couple of years working with us and, getting many different guests on this show? I mean, at some point we'll have to have one of those maybe quick little anniversaries
recap
of how many people came on. So we're proud to have you on too, the behind the scenes. So I don't know, how has it been for you guys working with us and working?
You guys are fantastic. The good thing is a lot of enthusiasm and the kid around.
Yeah,
that's something I think that makes such a difference.
Okay.
I have to say we've had shows in the past where someone says action and they freeze up. So it's nice to have a good rapport, a great staff coming on all the time. And I get to share this with Michael and with the kids who help produce this. So it's great. It's a good fit for us.
Well, you help us too, because when we come in, you joke around and set the tone for us. So, right? Don't you agree?
Right.
Come on.
Yep.
So. Can't help it. Once a year.
Yeah.
It happens.
But besides, I mean, obviously we take up your time here doing this show, but Michael, you've been involved in a lot of other projects as a student here. So share with some of the other, share with us so people kind of get an understanding of what this program is about and what, as a student, the things that you're involved in.
So some of the things that we're involved in is we learn a lot about cameras. We learn a lot about filmmaking in general. We learn about how stories are told and how more or less a lot of the stories that we grew up with and how modern ones especially, they all follow a lot of the same format. And not being in this film program, I would never have known that. I would have kept on watching every new movie and thinking, oh, this is the greatest brand new thing ever. But that's actually far from the truth. And you come to respect how the film process and filmmaking in general, you really come to respect how movies are made, and how much time and effort it really is. It goes into them, definitely.
Right, because you guys, I mean, and I know because I've watched you guys, but putting together the shorts that you do, in the past it was full length, but now I know you guys are doing a lot of video shorts, and putting those together, that doesn't mean that you're spending less time.
No,
in fact,
not.
it might mean just the opposite. And so really behind the scenes, there's hours and hours of work. What are just some of those areas that you guys are doing that take up all that time? What's a typical shoot? How long does a typical shoot take? And
the one thing we've learned over the years, there is nothing typical about anything. There's no norm. Michael's working on a project called Lucidity that's going to play at the theater Thursday night.
Oh, okay.
Which after this airs, I realize it'll be past tense. But nonetheless, and he came to me with the script and said, look, we want this creature, this ghost-like creature. I'm thinking, well, how are you going to do this? And so he had to call in troops. Why don't you tell him a little bit about the process of calling Salim in? We have a former student who's gifted in the art of special effects, so Michael has to take that information down and make that happen. So it is quite a lengthy process.
Most definitely. It started off like with, for example, lucidity. It was Sima Al-Saad. She can't be here with us right now, but like she came up with the idea and everything. Fun fact about that and behind the scenes process and how like shoots like typically they vary within time and length. We shot. It's about a 10-minute film, 10-minute short.
Right.
And 2 shoots we got that movie done. One of them was about a 6-hour shoot, and we shot easily about 3/4 of the movie in that one day.
They
So
got
it was-
feeding while that was going on, just to keep them going.
Yeah, like contacting Salim. He was alumni from about 2 years ago, I believe. We knew that he was very good at editing, especially at CGI and After Effects and stuff like that. So we contacted him, got in touch, and he said, oh yeah, he would have loved to help us out. And he did amazing work, like the demon-esque monster that we had him create. Phenomenal, like very professionally well done. It doesn't even look like it came from a student. So we're very satisfied with that, definitely.
Wow, nice, very nice.
And I know you've had the work you've done, with the programs and things that you're doing, and this example of one, but you've had
Right.
a lot of students
yeah.
who have won accolades and awards and things, and it's been, publish some of your work and things. And I know I'm looking forward to going to the film festival again. I know it'll
Thanks.
be after the taping of this,
Yeah.
but
I like the suit you wore. It was a great suit.
Oh,
you wore.
okay.
Fabulous. So what did you, Mr.
You guys look great. Yeah, this year's kind of nice because the students have been nominated for 9 Emmy Awards.
Was this the most that we had so
Most
far?
we've ever had.
Yeah.
So you can thank yourself. So
Yeah.
take a
All
moment
right.
to thank
Yeah,
yourself.
that's great.
Last year I think it was 8 or 7. We thought,
Okay.
wow, break out the band. We're doing real
Yeah.
well. This year we kind of upgraded a little bit, and it's 9. And there's only the nice news is there's only 13 nominations.
Oh.
That's it.
Wow.
So Dearborn High's
Wow,
got
that's
9 of
outstanding.
13.
Wow.
We don't do the news stuff, which seems to be what the rest of the state does. I'm not criticizing. Oh yes, I am a little bit. Okay. Report on like local events and things like that. These guys, as a general rule, prefer to do more dramatic, comical stuff, stuff that's a little more personal. Whereas the rest of the state seems to me, and I'm not, that's not our thing, but I respect a lot of work. They're doing more topical things that are more relevant statewide. We're trying to keep stuff entertaining, compelling, and things that we want to see on YouTube or flipping a channel at home. Something we feel that's student-driven versus instructor-driven. So this year, a 9, which is nice. Next year we're going to try for all 13. We'll make them an offer they can't refuse. We'll see how that works out.
In fact, even a lower production class, 301, for example, they first year ever had one of the
Yes, that's true.
nominations.
Oh,
So that's
Never happened.
That's
Great.
brilliant by them.
Wonderful.
That's awesome
That's
that they got
excellent.
that.
Yeah. So speaking, I mentioned earlier, Russ Gibb.
Right.
We've recently taken some action. I think we're all going to remember too the board meeting where we had many former students and students that came.
That's true.
It happened to be during the windstorm, and the
right.
power went out.
Appropriate.
So we were, and the funny thing about that was I was worried. It was the last building that went up on power was ASC and then Etzel Ford. We had I think 15 down at one
Right.
point that windstorm, and then it was the Monday, so we were like ready to go. But I did say to my, I said to Dave and others, we got to have some backup lighting because I could just picture. I actually said this at noon, lights going off in the middle, something happens. And so it did, and so the lights went off, but under the lighting, we went and we had all these students and former students. David, you're a former student, that came and spoke all the positive about Mr. Gibb and the legacy
Absolutely.
he's had. And so it'll be memorable because of that. We didn't have the nice camera work from you guys because the power went out, but we did
Eric
have
came
Eric
through
on the
it.
side
Eric was
with the snapshot on the side, and he got it up
came
there on
through for us.
YouTube. Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on that? And does anybody want to mention, and then the board the month after did approve the
Yes,
official naming.
which is great.
So,
It's awesome to hear.
I don't know if you have any comments on
Yeah,
that.
just
naming
thank
of
you.
Russ
Thank
Gibb.
you. And I know
sure.
David was very instrumental. Our principal, Mr. Martin, incredible. And then support from the Cable Fund and obviously
Cable
yourself,
Fund, yeah.
Dr.
Yeah,
Maleyko.
great.
So it worked out real well. I think it's overdue. He was an instrumental part, not just in this program, but also in the community.
Yeah, sure.
And he's always got something funny, interesting, clever, compelling to say. He's a lit wire. He always has been. And it's such a profound effect on so many kids over the years
wonderful.
that we're very thankful that he got this ball rolling. I know Michael's met him before, and we actually have a couple students, helping him out doing some things.
Oh, wonderful.
He's always up on new tech now.
Okay.
You think he'd be, fun, but not at all.
Yeah,
He wants
yeah.
the minute it comes out, he wants to know. It's just, that's the Russ Gibb,
Yeah.
wow, what's new,
Yeah.
what's interesting, and what's innovative, so.
So he's got a legacy here, and obviously we recognize that. And I've had he's talked to me a few times on the phone. We've had some real, and I can tell his passion.
Yeah,
He supports
right.
you and the
Right.
program
Absolutely.
and everything done here.
Yeah,
It's
he's
really positive.
terrific.
I know, David, you've spoken highly over it at times, and you're where you at. I mean, you started, right? in
Sure,
this.
sure, yeah. I mean, I was here, years ago or whatever it was. But and Russ was here as my instructor, and it goes beyond just teaching
Absolutely.
television production and video production, and that Russ really was about reaching out to students, teaching life lessons,
Right.
teaching those skills that go beyond the classroom, and critical thinking skills, and those kind of things that are kind of buzzwords now. That's what Russ was doing then, and kind of forcing you out of your comfort zone a little bit too as a student. I remember he would push, and you might not feel comfortable in the direction he was pushing you, but it was to help you grow and to help you become a better person. And so I think that all of those things, I think there are lots of students who can speak about Russ in that way, about being more than just a teacher, a mentor, and more than just teaching about video production, but teaching more about how to be a better person. And I think that that's part of the legacy that he leaves behind, as well as starting all
Sure.
of this and where it's grown. So, because when I was here, it didn't look quite like this. So.
So that'll be nice the night of, he'll get some recognition.
Oh yeah. First night, Thursday night, we're gonna do it. Announce that we're naming the program after him, and are we giving him an award too? I believe. No.
He'll already know by now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. It's a little something small, but yes, there'll
Hope
be
you
some
like it,
preserve.
yeah.
Glad you liked it, yeah, there we go.
So before we leave, because Michael, you are a senior, you got to share with everybody your plans for the future.
My plans. All right. So as of right now, I took my placement exams for University of Michigan Dearborn. So I'm just waiting for my orientation now.
Great.
But looks like I'm going into computer engineering, so that'll be a fun adventure for me.
Very nice.
Whole new road down. Supposed to head down, so that's going to be fun for me, definitely.
Excellent.
And then considering that today, what's today? April 25th.
Yes.
I will be leaving, and within exactly 1 month from today, and so I'm sorry I had to depart as your camera guy and all that. You're definitely gonna miss me. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the quality
Yeah.
it will be shaky for a while till we bring someone else up to try to fill your shoes.
But as of right now, yeah, I'm going to go to college. I'm planning on getting my master's degree. That's what I'm shooting for. That's hopefully what I can achieve later on in my life. But till then, I might be working. Who knows what might happen tomorrow? Maybe get a job offering for manager of a garbage company. I don't know. I don't know. I'll probably take it too.
That's right.
Well, I wish you all the best at your studies, and
you.
thank you, and I thank Kurt and everybody. You guys
appreciate
have
it.
been outstanding, and I know Eric, and then we have other students here taping right now. They're taping,
right.
so I want to thank them as well, and all the students that have helped out at the board meetings as well. So it's been a great program, and it is a highlight of Dearborn Schools, this program, so thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And that's the best part, right? Because as students leave, we always have new students to
Oh, they're coming with
fill
me.
in the.
Oh, okay, you're
they're
taking
coming.
them.
Okay. Well,
We have test
we'll
students
find
in the back.
somebody. We'll have somebody
reading
come
them,
in
so it
and
works
fill in.
out well.
So that's always good. Well, all right, another episode. We can check off another one.
Yeah.
As we keep just racking up those numbers, and like we said,
And the ratings.
and the ratings, and like we
Ratings are
said,
great,
when we get to 100, we'll have a big show,
Absolutely.
retrospective show,
Okay.
and show clips, and have birthday cakes and all that kind of stuff. And to
I don't know. I'm
celebrate.
just picturing you in the retro outfit. I don't know. We'll have to talk about that, David. I'm not sure, but Kurt, I don't know.
80s and 90s, I don't know.
Everything
All
in
right.
moderation.
Yeah, I'm sure
right?
you're fine.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank all of you for stopping by and joining us. Remember, you can find us on YouTube. You can find us on the district's cable channel 19. Check it out on the superintendent's blog as well. Because we are happenings all around the district, lots of schools, 20,000 students, 2,500 employees, always something going on, always something exciting. So just keep it tuned right to your favorite YouTube channel, and you never know what might pop up in the future. So thanks for stopping by, and thanks for taking a moment to find out what's happening in the Dearborn Public Schools.